So I'm very conscious of time. One of the questions that I ask everyone, I don't know why I say that because it's two questions. I need to change my mental thing about what I say. And it has its own kind of section on YouTube. But actually, I think this is arguably the most valuable kind of bit. And it's to do with what's the best piece of advice you've ever had?
I've had a lot. I think to not stop learning is a big one. I've been really, really privileged to work with, and I don't want to name them, but some really senior business people. The people that run the big business in the Northeast, I probably know them, have spent some time with them, and they've always been very, very helpful to me. And if I ever need advice and I go to them, they've always got an hour. I think to not stop learning. Never think you're the finished article. Never think that your business is finished in terms of we've made it. I think that would be highly dangerous. So yeah, keep learning, keep striving, keep trying to be a better person, better business. And I think that would be my other bit of advice. Am I allowed to?
You're allowed as many as you want, Matt.
Can I swear? Do the shitty things, do the hard things. Like, don't duck out just because, oh, well, actually, I always say to people, my strengths are not admin. Do I do admin? God, yeah. And I hate it, but I do it because I think it makes me a better, more rounded person. But I also believe in doing the hard things, getting stuck in and spending time on the shop floor with the guys and girls and seeing what our drivers' challenges are, as well as people see me as, oh, he's the ambassador. I walk everywhere with Ferrero Rocher, if anyone's old enough to remember that gag. So yeah, do the hard things and keep learning, keep pushing.
No, cool. I completely agree. Because when I was doing the Bignell job, the thing that I actually enjoyed the most was working with the people on the shop floor. And it was you have the ability to, just through listening, to actually help improve their lives. You know, when they come to work, it's obviously a big deal, but actually just making them feel part of a team and that kind of thing. And actually, when I left, one of the ladies, Jill, it was a grandmother that worked there, she sent me a really nice text message just thanking me for my time. And it was like, oh, but that was the reason why I wanted to do the job. So even what I do now, I love working with different businesses and figuring out how you sell more and whatever. But actually, it's the personal relationships that you build with people inherently. And again, a big one, it's when you spot people's talent. So what you said at the start of the interview, when you spot young people and they might be a mouthy little shit, and I'm going to have to bleep out all of the thingies for YouTube. But anyway, but you get my point. But actually, you can tell that there's more going on and they've got potential when you can see that on people at different levels. And it's sometimes you just need a little push just to give people confidence, just to say, no. So then the other question I ask, which relates to this, is that if you were to give advice to your younger self, and it can be any age, time, background, whatever, what would it be?
I'd like to say be cheekier and do less and worry less. But I think I always say, I know you read a lot, don't you? You read an awful lot, and you often suggest books to me that I think, oh, I haven't got time. I'd like to read more, but as a lifestyle at the moment, with some of the challenges we're going to come through with business and having a small child, it's not an excuse, but I don't have the time to sit and read a book. I really don't. I would love to read more. So that's probably my first one I would have done throughout life. Mm-hmm. Maybe I shouldn't have took up golf. I should have started reading. And to learn more, which is probably two of the same thing, because I think by reading more, you certainly educate yourself and you become a more rounded person. But I don't really have any regrets. I think everything's for a reason. Everything's a path and a journey that you've gone on to say, well, you know, if I didn't do that and I wasn't so cheeky or I didn't make a mess of that, then I might not be where I am today. And I love where I am today and what I've achieved. And I'm not patting myself on the back, but I like to think that, you know, my life's good, my family's good,
but the things that matter to me. It's when other people can see it. And it was only when I thought, because we had that particular time when you leave the first green and you're walking through the woods, and it was at that point when you were saying about what you were thinking about doing next. Yeah. And, you know, fast forward a few years, you know, you have done a lot of it. So I think it's, I won't flatter you too much, but anyway.
You don't need to. I have people around me that flatter me all day. they get paid to do it. I'm joking.